What if I told you that the power to be irreplaceable, to become the one they fear losing, lies within you, but only if you can master one thing: not money, not fame, not manipulation. It's something deeper, something few people ever truly attain: complete control over your own mind and emotions. Imagine becoming so steadfast, so unshakable, that no one, not even those you love, can take away your peace or power. This isn't about playing games. This isn't about tricks or tactics. This is about building an inner fortress so strong that while others fear losing you, you have mastered the one thing that can never be lost: yourself. Subscribe now and join us as we dive deep into the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches us how to harness the strength of mind and heart. If you want to become the person no one can afford to lose, you'll want to stay with us until the very end. This will change the way you live, the way you think, and the way others see you. Let's begin. The foundation of self-mastery. In life, we are constantly told that we need to win others over, to convince them of our worth, to make ourselves indispensable. But that's where the common mind is flawed. The Stoic sees through this illusion. The moment you seek to prove yourself to others, you've already lost control. You've handed over the reins of your value to someone else. But we, the ones who strive for true strength, we understand that real mastery begins within. You cannot control the people around you. You cannot control the circumstances that unfold in your life, but you can control how you respond to them. This is the essence of self-mastery, the foundation upon which Stoicism is built. As Epictetus, the ancient Stoic philosopher, once said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." Think about that. Let it sink in. Every single thing that happens to you in life, every loss, every insult, every failure, is outside of your control. Yet the one thing that can never be taken from you is how you choose to perceive those events. You become unbreakable not by clinging to what others give you, but by realizing that the only thing you truly own is your reaction. In a world where most people are slaves to their emotions, running from pain, chasing pleasure, and constantly reacting to external forces, the Stoic remains calm. This is not passivity, this is power. When you master your emotions, when you choose your responses instead of allowing them to be dictated by the actions of others, you become free. And freedom is what makes you truly irreplaceable. The person who cannot be shaken by anger, fear, or anxiety is a person others will never want to lose. But ironically, the Stoic does not fear being lost by others. That is their strength. The Stoic understanding of emotions is clear. Emotions are not inherently bad, but destructive emotions, those that rob us of our tranquility, must be conquered. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Roman emperors and a devoted Stoic, understood this deeply. He wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the key to self-mastery, understanding that external events are nothing compared to the strength of your mind. And when you can achieve this, when you stand unflinching amidst the chaos of life, you become the person others look to for stability. You become the one they fear losing. Fortitude in the face of loss. Loss is inevitable. You will lose people, possessions, opportunities, and perhaps even parts of yourself along the way. But the Stoic knows that none of these things define them. In fact, it is in loss that the Stoic finds their greatest opportunity for growth. We do not fear what can be taken from us, because we understand that everything outside of our inner character is transient. What truly matters, what cannot be lost, is our virtue, our commitment to living with courage, justice, temperance, and wisdom. Seneca, another great Stoic philosopher, once said, "Sometimes even to live is an act of courage." Life is full of unexpected twists, moments that shake us to our core. But the Stoic embraces these moments. We do not shy away from hardship, we face it head on, and in doing so, we build fortitude, the unbreakable strength to endure whatever life throws our way. This is not about pretending that loss doesn't hurt. Pain is real, grief is real, but to be a Stoic is to accept that these emotions, while inevitable, do not have the power to define us. When you cultivate fortitude, you become someone who others admire, someone they lean on in times of crisis. Why? Because they see in you a rare ability to stand firm in the storm, to remain calm when all else is chaos. But you must remember, this fortitude is not built overnight. It is a muscle, strengthened each time you choose to endure rather than escape, to stand firm rather than waver. The Stoic does not seek out suffering, but when suffering comes, we welcome it as a test, a chance to prove our inner strength. And herein lies the paradox. The more you cultivate this inner fortitude, the less you fear loss, and the more others fear losing you. You become irreplaceable not because you cling to them, but because you are the one person who is truly self-reliant. In a world full of people dependent on others for their happiness, for their worth, for their peace of mind, the Stoic stands alone. And in standing alone, we become the very rock others anchor themselves to. But remember this, we do not seek to be the anchor for others. That is merely a byproduct of our own self-mastery. Our true goal is to cultivate an unshakable spirit within ourselves, knowing that in the end, we are all we can control. Overcoming destructive emotions. Destructive emotions, anger, jealousy, fear, anxiety, are the chains that bind most people to a life of suffering. They react, they lash out, they spiral, and in doing so, they lose their grip on their own lives. But the Stoic knows that these emotions, though powerful, are not unconquerable. The first step in overcoming them is recognizing that they are within our control. You cannot stop anger from arising, but you can choose not to act on it. You cannot prevent fear from creeping in, but you can decide not to let it dictate your actions. Epictetus reminds us, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is the essence of overcoming destructive emotions. We cannot prevent them from coming, but we can refuse to let them rule us. In every moment of emotional turmoil, we have a choice. Will we let the emotion take control, or will we rise above it? The Stoic chooses the latter, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary for true freedom. Every time you resist the pull of destructive emotions, you strengthen your ability to remain calm in the face of adversity. This doesn't mean we suppress or deny our emotions. On the contrary, the Stoic fully acknowledges them. But we do not let them govern us. We observe them, understand their roots, and then decide consciously how to respond. This is where true power lies. Imagine the strength of character required to face an insult without anger, to endure loss without despair, to stand in the face of danger without fear. This is not indifference, this is mastery. And when you achieve this level of control, you become someone others cannot help but admire and fear losing. The greatest leaders, the ones who command respect and loyalty, are those who have mastered themselves. They are not swayed by emotion, not controlled by fleeting feelings. They are steady, calm, and focused, even when the world around them is falling apart. This is what we must strive for. And when you reach this level of mastery, when you stand unshaken by the storms of life, You become someone that others cannot bear to be without. Not because you seek their approval, but because you have something they crave: inner peace. The unshakable inner fortress. In the end, Stoicism teaches us that we must build an inner fortress, one that no external force can breach. This fortress is not built on wealth, status, or relationships. It is built on the foundation of self-control, fortitude, and wisdom. And once it is built, you become invincible. You become the person that others fear losing, not because you have something to offer them, but because your very presence exudes a strength that is rare in this world. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often reflected on the importance of this inner fortress. He wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." What does this mean? It means that your inner state, your thoughts, your emotions, your reactions, shape the very essence of who you are. And when you cultivate thoughts of strength, peace, and resilience, you become a fortress that no one can tear down. This is not a fortress that shuts the world out, but one that allows you to remain unaffected by the chaos outside its walls. Building this fortress requires daily practice. It requires vigilance over your thoughts and emotions. But once it is built, you will find that you no longer fear the loss of others. Instead, they will fear the loss of you. Not because you are cold or distant, but because you are unshakable. In a world full of people searching for something to cling to, you will be the one they gravitate towards. But the Stoic does not seek this. We build our inner fortress not for the sake of others, but for ourselves. And in doing so, we become the rarest of all individuals, truly free. Subscribe now, and let's continue to explore the depths of Stoic wisdom.